The band wrote most of the material for their next album, locked away in a lakeside mansion deep in rural Scotland. Free from distractions, they were able to push the writing further than ever. The band went to IF Studios in Sweden in March of 2010 and worked once again with producer Fredrik Nordstrom to finish recording most of the album by June.
Alright! Australia! This is your last fucking chance to dance with us tonight. I really don't give a shit what you do. I just don't want to see a single person stood still. If you stood still, you're a fucking moron. Ain't that right, mate? Yeah, exactly. Are you ready to party one last time with us? I said, are you ready? Here we go. 3, 2, 1, go.
At that time, the band was influenced by many other musical genres besides metal and considered changing their approach to songwriting. The recording for the next album had a few delays, which according to Ollie was, quote, down to my voice and not having enough time the first time around in Sweden to finish it. Ollie also said, quote, we've added so much different stuff, so there are more elements, more layers, and it took longer than I anticipated. It's still pretty straight up metal, but there's a lot of clean parts, some electronica, and we brought a choir and orchestra in, so it took longer. They didn't have time to finish the vocal recording, and because of all the pressure, they had to do some more in LA just before Warped.
So this is your last chance to dance with us today, and then we're getting the fuck out of here. So let's make this a good one. Party to the plaza, 3 million dead. Party to the plaza, 3 million dead. Turn the fuck up. Party to the plaza, 3 million dead. Control up to the castle you live. Party to the plaza, 3 million dead.
Before they went to Los Angeles to record, they tried recording in England when they were meant to have some time off, but Ollie said, quote, my voice either wasn't coming through or the studio wasn't up to the standard of what we did in Sweden. It got really stressful and it was a lot of hard work. Ollie had to record 6 songs in 3 days, from 10 in the morning to 1 at night, screaming constantly. He was throwing up from screaming so much. Before that, when they were in England, Ollie said he got really negative about everything and couldn't even listen to the CD. He said, quote, I got to the end of my tether and I wanted to give up almost, but when it was finished and I could listen to it with a fresh mind, it was a good feeling because I realized we'd made something pretty special. The first single for their next album, titled It Never Ends, was released on August 20th, 2010, along with its music video. The single reached number 3 on the UK rock chart, number 11 on the UK indie chart, and number 103 on the mainstream UK singles chart, all within its first week of sales. It was also the band's first single to chart on anything. Their third studio album, There Is a Hell, Believe Me I've Seen It, There Is a Heaven, Let's Keep It a Secret, was released on October 4th, 2010. Like the band's previous album, There Is a Hell is primarily considered metalcore. The band commonly used technical guitar riffs, dark lyrics, heavy breakdowns, and gang vocals in their music. The album develops Bring Me the Horizon's experimental, electronic tendencies, taking their original sound and infusing it with female vocals, choral vocals, orchestral sounds, emotive guitars, and jarring electronics.
Bring Me the Horizon interview. Oliver Sykes. What's up, Oliver? Hope you're fine. These are the questions, and thank you so much.
I'm great, thanks for asking.
What can you tell us about the duality that you put on the album between Heaven and Hell, and also the art of the album?
Duality of
What can you tell us about the duality that you put on the album between Heaven and Hell, and also the art of the album?
loud. Try and speak loud.
Tough question, eh?
The contrast of Heaven and Hell was also always an important factor of the album. The title was I had the title for the album a lot longer than way before.
Oh really?
Way before we actually wrote any of the music, and that was the theme and concept that I wanted to go with. So I guess lyrically it deals with like the darkest stuff that I've ever been through, but it also deals with, I guess, the greatest blessings I've had and stuff. But musically I also found it important to try and have that duality by making it our heaviest stuff yet, and also our softest and most ambient, which is a very cliche thing to say, but it's kind of getting that balance and adding, I don't know, really heavy, dark shit to it, and also having this really like uplifting.
The album also blends aesthetics from electronica, classical, pop, classic rock, psychedelia, hardcore punk, and progressive metal genres. The album was influenced by the works of The Red Chord, Killswitch Engage, and Pink Floyd. The album's opening track, Crucify Me, has vocals from Canadian artist Lights and an acoustic ending. It Never Ends is a combination of massive walls of string orchestra and Killswitch Engage epicness. The song Don't Go starts with delicate string instruments and guitars and is noted for its emotional vulnerability. Home Sweet Home and Alligator Blood are reminiscent of the sound of the band's earlier album, Suicide Season. Visions is, quote, the spacious reverberating guitar spaces of experimental post-hardcore mixed with breakdowns and a catchy chorus. Blacklist and Memorial provide respite from the album's rage. While Blacklist possesses a punk rock influence, Memorial is an instrumental keyboard intermission. According to an Absolute Punk reviewer, the songs It Never Ends and Blessed with a Curse sonically pay homage to the album's title and show a contrast between heaven and hell. the Curse has a sound that's been called restrained post-rock.
Everywhere I've said, whoever said to you.
Did you consider any other end lines of films before you got to that one?
It's better than any other band names were circling about it.
What other ones were pitched? What was on the flip chart?
There was Stand and Fight, Murder on the Dance Floor.
The lyrics of this album are about a man battling his self-perpetuated inner turmoil. It's been described as almost conceptual for Ali. The album's announcement from Epitaph said it, quote, vividly explores humanity's collective good nature. The band have regarded the album's lyrical themes as repercussions of those of the band's second album. Matt Nichols described Ali's lyrics as darker and moodier than the music on previous albums. When asked about the truth of the lyrics, Oliver said, "It's all about me. Everything I write is personal, and it's all very true. It's stuff I don't talk to people about, but when I put pen to paper, it's a lot easier." When Ollie commented on people's interpretations of the record's lyrics, he said, quote, "People might think they know what I'm singing about, but they don't. They did not do the things I did, but I want people to be able to apply it to themselves."
We work with charities when we can and stuff, and like we're on Warped Tour at the moment, and there's plenty of charities. We've been working with invisible children,
and keep abreast.
Yeah, and Make-A-Wish Foundation and stuff like that and stuff, and it's just cool to do. You know what I mean?
Raise a bit of money. We just give them like cracked cymbals or old drum heads, whatever, and then they sell them, and then raise money for whatever awareness it will be. You know what I mean? Like keep abreast, like breast cancer awareness and stuff like that. So. Yeah.
When I'm at a show, it reminds me a bit of a boy band concert. I mean, no offense to you, but you have all the teenage girls screaming.
I think it's changed from like his first EP and stuff, because as well we've just got older. You get into different music and stuff, and like since we were at the FGC, I think we were 16, 17 years old, and now I'm 22. Yeah. So it's like. It's a long time to still be doing the same sort of music, so each album I think we just, as we've got a bit older, it's like we try to progress, like especially from the change of Count Your Blessings to Suicide Season were like a big step for us. Just like, I think we just got better at writing songs, kind of found a sound.
I think we enjoy playing Texas overall. It's just a great place to play. You know, the kids always seem a bit more crazy than anywhere else. Like, it seems like they only get let out once a week or something. And then they go nuts.
Yeah.
And then they get shoved back in a wall.
Texas is always a highlight. It's always like when we come around to Texas, every time we play Texas, it's all the kids are always insane. So cool.
Even if it's like just coming to Texas, like the culture of Texas is pretty cool. Like it's that different to everywhere else.
What jobs are you going to get? What jobs would you want to get after the band?
I just want to take loads of LSD and go surfing every day.
That's not a bad vibe at all, actually. Where would you go surfing?
Wouldn't matter, would it, if you're on LSD? Download were our first ever festival that we ever played, and before that we were just doing club shows. I mean, like 100 to 500 people, whatever. Like so. Download were our first proper huge gig where we came and played to a couple of thousand people, and it was just mind blowing.
You are the frontman of the biggest band on MySpace.
The guys are just as tolerant with my lifestyle choices as I am with theirs. You know?
Good.
Like, cool. I'm a little bit older than the rest of the guys, so that in itself like often sees me chilling out a little bit more, I guess.
Yeah.
You know, the other dudes that drink and smoke and party, and they kind of go on benders every now and then, and I'm just the guy that kind of hangs back on the bus and plays Xbox and chills out. I mean, I'll still go out every now and then. I don't mind like going and hanging with the guys while they drink. And a lot of my friends growing up in Australia, you know, all drank while I was in high school, and I just never got into that side of things, but at the same time, like I still didn't have a problem with it or hanging out.
I have, but these jeans will not come off
I've got a funny one. Which I think I'm
You don't need to undress this time.
just a penis. Piece of shit. There's also that.
In December of 2010, the band released their second music video for the song Anthem. Also in December of 2010, Bring Me the Horizon were the main support band for Bullet for My Valentine's tour, alongside Atreyu, in a 5-date arena tour of the United Kingdom. The tour had such high demand that the tour's promoters released extra standing tickets for all dates. Rumors about why Bring Me the Horizon sets were cut short circulated. This was because the shows became more violent and uncontrollable. When asked about the shows, Matt Nichols said the band was told they were not allowed to climb on stage equipment or set pieces, nor to interact with the crowd. The band opposed these rules by initiating Walls of Death. In 2011, the band continued promoting the album using music videos. Their third music video for the song, Blessed with a Curse, failed to chart anywhere. Bring Me the Horizon embarked on a full European headline tour to support the album in April 2011, starting in the UK. They toured with Parkway Drive, and Architects as their main support band, while their opening acts consisted of The Devil Wears Prada in the UK and the dubstep group Tech One for the continental Europe leg. The tour received much positive press and was considered their biggest headline tour ever. Rock Sound called it the Tour of the Year. However, the tour was not problem-free. On April 28th, Matt Nichols broke his arm while playing football with members of Bring Me the Horizon, Parkway Drive, and Architects.
Don't sit off. Tally, Sam.
2-1.
Where are we? What are we doing?
We're in Nottingham.
We're in Southampton.
Southampton. There's 2-1 spot.
Yeah. How you doing? Some of you may already know, but yesterday in Southampton we were playing football, and for some stupid reason I decided to go in net, and all my protection I had was some gardening gloves, so you know, it's a bad start already, but halfway through that game I went out to stop a cross, stopped it and that successfully, but Winston caught my hand with his foot. I guess he went to kick ball while I went to clear it, and he's kicked me straight in the hand, and I didn't know I broke it at first. I just thought I'd like done something to it. I didn't think it would broke at all, but I went to the hospital, they x-rayed it, and I completely broke my ring finger, but it's like in my hand, so my hand's fucked basically. So I can't play drums for like 6 weeks. So we got our friend Dan from Architects to fill in. You know, he's a very good drummer, he's one of my favourite drummers and stuff, so I couldn't have asked for a better replacement really, but it's just a shame we won't get to play these shows, but you know, band's still going to play, I'm still going to give it their all and that, so I'll be alright.
Instead of canceling the tour, Architects drummer Dan Cyril filled in, causing the length of Bring Me the Horizon setlist to be cut in half. The tour was extended with a North American leg from August 31st to October 4th, 2011, retaining Parkway Drive and Architects, while adding D's Nuts as an opening band. In late August of 2011, the fourth music video for the song Visions was released.
How would you describe the album in 3 words?
Dark, uplifting, and progressive.
I do it. Most of the people I know download music, and I think these days bands tend to look for other avenues to make their income. Like, obviously we tour full-time and play shows and sell merchandise, and that's where we get our income from. It's not so much from selling the music.
Tell me a bit more about the area that you grew up in, kind of the scene that was going on there, and do you fit into that scene or kind of stand out?
We didn't fit in whatsoever. We went to these shows, but we were probably the youngest kids there. They're all kind of like straight edge, militant, hardcore dudes, you know.
They're like scene kid or whatever you call it. It didn't catch on in England till like a few years after America, like the whole metalcore scene and that, so they weren't really any of them kids.
Yeah, we look like that. We've always looked like this, so we kind of stood out a bit. I don't want to like come across like sound like an egotistical knobhead, but people hate us because people love us. That's the reason. Like, love and hate are just two obsessions, you know what I mean? Like, people don't hate things that are genuinely shit and don't care about, you know. If no one cares about a band, no one says a band is shit, a band is genuinely shit, people just ignore them. No one loves them, no one hates them, you know what I mean? But when a band are doing something that, I don't know, pisses people off, it's because, I don't know, they don't understand it, you know what I mean? They don't get the fact that why so many people love it and stuff and they hate it, and that's fair enough, you know what I mean? It's kind of cool for us, you know what I mean? The fact that we're striking, I don't know, an emotion in people, whether it is love or hate, it's still an obsession, you know what I mean? It's still getting something out of them, you know what I mean? That's better than nothing, better than just someone's going, yeah, whatever.
And then on this one even more, we've just tried to write a lot of like musical pieces, and then if it's good on its own, it's good. We always write without like vocals and stuff, so if the song's good to listen to without vocals, then when you add like catchy vocals, it's a bonus. So I think the way we write's pretty weird as well, like to write a song in that way rather than focusing around lyrics and stuff. But I think it works.
Pretty good being on like an established label like Epitaph. I mean, when it came around to getting a label for our new CD, we got like offers from loads of different labels and stuff like that. But Epitaph seemed like the right choice. They all seemed like they were all stoked on our record and like the things that they said they can do for our band. Yeah, like we got stoked off it. So I guess Epitaph were the best choice.
You guys have received a lot of awards over in the last couple of years. You got the Kerrang's Best British Newcomer back in 2006, and Rock Sound's Reader Poll Best British Band. Like, does that matter to you, all these awards and reviews? Like, do you guys look at that stuff? Is that important to you?
Yeah, I mean, it's always cool when someone's bigging your band up, you know what I mean? I guess we're pretty honoured to have won a Kerrang award and stuff. We all grew up reading that magazine. We all grew up buying it and stuff. So to even go to a Kerrang award ceremony is pretty like mind blowing. But to win an award itself is something we never expected. So it's definitely getting like recognition and stuff, and people actually telling you, yeah, they like your band or whatever, and winning stuff like awards, and that is pretty cool.
Now, I've heard that you also have a male reproductive organ tattooed on your leg. Is this true?
It's gone.
Has it gone?
It's gone.
God, what happened to it? You woke up one morning, where's the penis gone?
It just got a bit of an eye, so my girlfriend weren't too happy with it, so I got it covered up.
The fifth and final music video from the album was for the song Alligator Blood, and it was released on Halloween of that year. In December of 2011, Bring Me the Horizon accompanied Machine Head's European arena tour as the main support band. In the United Kingdom, There Is a Hell charted at number 13 on the album chart and number 1 on both the rock and independent charts with 8,900 units sold in the first week. As of September 2015, the album has sold 54,000 copies in the UK. The album also had success in Australia, where it debuted at number 1 with sales of 3,600 units, setting a record for the smallest number of sales in a week for a number 1 album. It later had the second largest weekly decline ever for a number 1 album in Australian charts history when it dropped from number 1 to 20. There's a Hell sold over 20,000 copies in the US in its first week, making it the fastest selling album ever released by the band. The album had fantastic reviews, scoring an 80 out of 100 on Metacritic. Rock Sound named There's a Hell their album of the year, as well as rating it at number 8 out of 101 on, quote, Modern Classics. According to Metal Hammer, There Is a Hell is seen as a significant turning point in altering the public perception of the band. At the end of 2011, Bring Me the Horizon announced a new EP titled The Chill Out Sessions, a collaborative effort with British DJ Draper. The EP consisted of remixes made by the British electronic music producer, similar to Suicide Season Cut Up. It was originally supposed to be released on New Year's Day, but was cancelled because of the band's, quote, current management and label situation. After the dispute with their label, Visible Noise, in July of 2012, it was announced that the band would be releasing their 4th album on RCA Records.
No, not really. I think everyone at Sony's just very positive and that. And
if anything, just kind of relieved it a little bit.
Yeah, I mean, we were on Visible Noise and before this, and they had 2 people on the label, that's it, you know what I mean? And Sony, it was just ridiculous. And like, I remember we had a meeting about production and videos and all that stuff in Sheffield, and usually one guy showed me back on, but this time they were like a whole team of people, and you know, they just made us feel comfortable and reassured us and stuff like that, and they seemed like they were into the band and into the CD, and that's what we looked for as well in the label, you know what I mean? We want someone who's going to be as into the band as we are.
Although the band's split from Visible Noise wasn't strictly aggressive, the band wanted to join a major record label due to the lack of resources and support an independent label could offer during the album's development and promotion. An example of this is where frontman Oliver Sykes and his brother, Tom, who directed the movie, wanted to release a behind-the-scenes documentary of Bring Me the Horizon's tour called Lads on Tour. This was supposed to be a part of a re-release of There Is a Hell. However, this didn't happen, as Visible Noise couldn't pay for certain parts of the film.
You changed labels too, right?
Yeah, we're on a major, Sony now.
Finally?
RCA, yeah, so a CD's actually been released in Europe, which is good.
Pretty cool, that's pretty cool, yeah. Because otherwise, you did it just on your own, right, for Europe?
No, we had a label, but they didn't have any other like distribution out here. It was just 2 people, so it was like a bit small, yeah.
RCA Records have given the band lengthy support since their signing, even introducing their signing of Bring Me the Horizon with the statement, quote, signing you is as important as signing Metallica. In 2012, the band decided to stop both their touring and media appearances, choosing to fully focus on writing and recording their next album.
Fuck yeah!
The Chill Out Sessions was released as a free download on November 22nd, 2012. Lads on Tour was eventually released on February 1st, 2013.
My girlfriend is fucking finished now. Right? She's just like, oh.
sorry, I can't do this anymore.
What? Why?
I'm like, what? So I can't do this anymore. I'm like, why? What's happened? She's like, I can't, all this stuff. I'm like, why? What have I done? And she went, April's Fool Day, you fucking knobhead. I'm way madder. Fucking bitch. Amanda, you fucking bitch. Yeah, you see that? April Fool to you, you fucking wanky bitch. Put out that song,